All right, man. This is part 2. The 1 hour of the most outrageous Theo Von moments. If you guys have any suggestions on Theo Von things that you want me to react to, feel free to let me know in the comments. Welcome to Rich House Comedy. We honor the comedians, all right? So we like to give them their flowers while they're here. If you like the vibe, subscribe. You don't, unsubscribe. Let's get back into it.
Yeah, dude, look, bruh. And the baptism, dude, I freaking still remember, dude. I remember taking a couple extra sips when I was under that water, bro.
You were guzzling.
Yeah, dude, I'm staying down there. Oh, wow. Bobby met this girl probably online because he doesn't go out and do anything. That's
right.
the only reason I thought that. I thought either that he must have met her online or he got like a, I don't want to say like a Postmates or something, but he got a Postmates and you showed up. You know, he got hella lucky off a burrito. Like, that's what I was thinking. And whenever I see groups of black African American, what do you call it? Black? I say black friends or urban gentlemen.
Yeah, urban.
Or the first 48. That's what I. Yeah. Oh dang.
So guys, what do you refer to? What's your black people slang? Let me know. Do you black people, African Americans? How do you refer to black people?
I was like, okay. I thought you were going to put me in a headlock. You making me bath salts.
Bath salts are people die from them though. Huh?
Yeah. Well, we're going to do the right thing with the bath salts.
Okay, I'm just saying because.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to get rid of me.
Yeah, if somebody rolls up.
I never thought about it. I'm going to call her.
Yeah, man, that's swimmer's myth. They
That's
call
it.
it.
That's it.
That's
That's some hardcore stuff.
It was just, but I remember at certain areas they just had so many bees. They're like I want to say tens of thousands of bees.
Yeah.
And
but you guys were events canceled because of bees.
oh, I would say events. I would say kickball games ended early.
No way.
I would say lunches ended early.
No way.
One kid, a bee went up his nose, and
Okay.
and that
That's
was
not
horrible. And they had to get this is before I think they had the EpiPens or whatever.
Oh, so this kid was allergic too?
Yeah, or I don't know if he was allergic, but he was one of those kids who their skin was real clear looking, you know,
Yeah. Yep.
like one of those kind of premature baby kind of.
translucent
Yeah,
guys,
that
like-
trans kid. Or lucent kid, I don't know what they
Yeah,
call
I think
them.
they're called lucents.
Yeah, one of those lucents, dude. So they got, For my mom,
Lucents.
she would get mad that my dad wouldn't spank us. Of course, he's
He said one of them lucents.
76 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't really have the physical acumen to be out there swinging paddles. So she would make him chase us around the house, right? Which is so easy to get away from a 76-year-old. Alarmingly easy. So what we would do is we would go under the bed, and then my dad would like get a belt, and he would like get down to the floor. It would take him 30 seconds to get down onto the floor, right? We'd be under the bed like screaming like we were scared, but dying laughing. And then he would like stroll the belt under the bed, like try to swing it at us. And we would scream as if we'd been hit, even though we had not. We were literally covering our mouths to, like, just with laughter, you know? We had to pretend like we were getting spanked. So my mom in the next room would be like, oh, they're getting spanked. And then she would cut him some slack, you know. Dude, I used to have those buzzer underwear, bro. They put these underwear on you. When the urine would hit them, a buzzer would go off, right?
What?
I'm not joking. Look them up online.
What?
This ain't no joke, bro. So I went to my grandparents. My mother didn't tell them that I had these, right?
I'm really hoping these are a real thing and not just a torture device your parents put on you.
Not at all,
That they
bro.
made by themselves.
This doctor gave them to us, dude. This dude was a bona
Looks like
fide.
Google.
This dude was a bona fide doctor. So we went there. I got the electric pants on, dude. You know?
Wait, what should I Google?
I'm getting my rest. Probably, buzzer underwear for urinators. I would Google buzzer underwear for
What is he
urinators.
talking about, bro?
And so then, but they didn't tell my grandfather, right? So they had a small house, bro, a little bitty house. So my fuck is just like he wakes up middle of the night, dude. I'm fucking.
You're on fire.
I'm not on fire, but I'm buzzing hard, bro. Because I'd had apple juice, man, and I pissed.
So this is my point. Like, would you put that on your kid? That is the question of the day. Like, is that something that you would do? Like, I feel like I did. When I was a kid, I peed in the bed. I ain't gonna lie. I did. You know what stopped me not having liquid at night before I went to bed? And don't fall for that dream where you go to the bathroom in your dream. I stopped falling for that.
Pissed big on apple juice, dude. I f***ing spray out on the AJ. So I'm in there just buzzing, dude. And I didn't know.
God.
And he came in.
They
He
still
didn't.
got him?
Yeah.
Give me a pen.
Would you rather be blind or dickless, dude?
Oh.
These days, probably dickless, I think. I had a blind kid in my neighborhood when I was growing up, and actually, no, this dude was deaf, actually. And, and they beat him up for doing bad magic, because he was always doing all of this, and people thought he was doing magic with no tricks, and they beat him. So,
I actually used to do it. I had a deal where we used to, I remember selling, I got caught up with this outfit where we were tattooing guinea pigs and selling them after Green Day concerts, man.
Hold
Selling
on.
them outside of concerts.
You
Yeah,
would shave them and then tattoo them?
yeah, these dudes
What
would
would you
shave them and
tattoo
tattoo
'em
them,
on?
$25. They would sell them, and because people was coming out of there on ecstasies, and they wanted a
Ecstasies.
warm animal, $30, $25. You get an animal and a
Oh,
bag.
a warm animal?
Genius for
Yeah.
eating, petting, squeezing,
friendship.
sleeping.
What?
2 a.m. You're out of raving. You've been out raving.
Is this like some white people thing that I just got put onto?
For friendship.
What?
People buy for
He said
Yeah, what do you think most people buy them
I
for?
thought maybe put up their asses or something on ecstasy.
Maybe.
Nobody's putting a guinea pig up their ass.
Yeah,
Not
you
in
pervert.
America.
Oh, no.
Friendship? Who the like, goddamn, I'm like, is that a guinea pig tattoo with Green Day on it? I'll take two, man.
It's kind of genius because what you just said is that when you're done raving, you might want a warm animal. You want a warm animal.
An
Well,
emotional
some people, if you don't have
support
somebody and you get out of the
animal.
rave and you're on the drugs and everybody's out
On the
there,
drugs.
you're not gonna. What are you gonna get? You gonna just lay there by yourself with your hands?
Yes! I ain't buying two tattooed guinea pigs who are
No.
shaved.
Well, you're gonna brush.
Creep, you probably have like a Gatorade or something. Don't do all that. You gotta have somebody there with you.
You're just gonna drag your fingertips across the palms of your hands.
Yeah, like this
Huh?
over and over
Now, don't
again.
be weird.
When you could have a tattooed warm animal in your hands,
Hey, don't be weird by tattoo warm animal shaved.
they tattoo on the guinea pig.
Just something basic, like a
Nolan?
star or like a
He
they
said
had like this
something
Marilyn Manson type of
basic.
hat. They used to put like a top hat kind of thing, or just something
Some
that was,
weird
they had three
shit,
or four
bro.
things, almost like those Christmas cookie maker things.
Yeah.
almost something like that, like basic.
Poor little guinea pig must have been traumatized because that's needles on its skin, and he's like, I don't want to be jumped into your biker gang.
Dude, if you believe that guinea pigs have that much intuition and feeling,
That is
they're the
insane.
bottom of the pig chain.
You know, once I started growing my hair, first of all, because people were like, oh, people don't like gay people where you're from. And I was like, we've been wearing women's haircuts since I was a fucking kid. Okay? You cannot imagine.
We've been cross-dressing forever.
Dude, you know how many lesbians I've sat next to and got my hair cut? Growing up? Countless, dude. At least
amazing.
9. You think he's homoerotic?
No.
Oh.
No.
I mean,
That's a weird way of putting it.
Oh.
I think you're homoerotic.
What? Bro, you're way gayer than me, bro. You always, every time I'm here, you talk about jerking off the magical hat. We
Oh
always
my God.
Is that the problem? It's like you came in here with like gay expectations.
No, I got
Oh,
nothing, dude. I jerked off yesterday. I'm not even planning on coming again for a couple days.
At the lunch table, we'd get some kids who were mentals, or a couple of them might have been mentals, and
He
a
called
couple
them
kids that were
mentals.
well, you know, and we get there and sit them to
called
make them
them
drink milk,
mentals.
and then tell jokes and do stuff until one of them just blew milk out of their face, you know? And if you get some straight up just couple mentals, boy, some straight up sawed off humans, you get them to, dude, you get them to straight up blow leche out their dome, dude.
Called the Mennos.
That's America right there.
Yo, what's wrong with
You know what I'm saying? And that's when I knew I was like, oh, I got some kind of a gift here. You know? I almost blew the throat out of this one boy.
Oh no.
Almost blew the throat out of this one boy named Tot. T-O-T was his name.
Hot.
It's kind of a bad name too to be mentally challenged. But also easy for him to spell. And
A mental
I'm not
name,
joking, this is what his
Tot.
father said. And easy for him to spell backward and forward. Same name, Tot.
Yeah, if you got to this part of the video, write Tot in the comments.
That's true, man.
This guy's his name is Todd?
Yeah.
Why are you so laughing at him?
It's just a funny sounding name, that's all. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you're right.
Yeah,
It was
so
pretty
we're-
funny,
we're
I
this
guess.
guy-
Tot.
Yeah, well,
You know,
let's
Tot.
talk about Tot.
Sometimes he would just say T-O-T was his name, but I knew
Yeah.
it was Tot.
Yeah.
He would try to spell it out, and, you know, like he was tricking me.
There weren't that many female comics like when I started. Like now there's like a ton, but I
No.
felt like
It was
I
like
had
you, Barry Sobel.
Judy Tenuta,
Yeah.
Phyllis Diller.
No, there were only
I don't think no female comics are funny. That's my opinion. If y'all have some suggested in the comments.
there weren't as many.
So to a gay man would be fun because there's a feminine energy to him that would be like almost like having a girlfriend.
Oh, it's the
kind of thing.
largest Pomeranian you can have if you're a woman. Is a gay husband. Yeah.
Yes.
That guy used to tell us, right? He'd give you $30 just to tell you he'd been jerking off. This older dude. I remember when I was young. He used to say that. I'd be like, look, I'm going to tell you something, all right? And we'd be like, all right. And he'd say, I've been jerking off.
Give me $30.
No, and then he would give us $30 to keep quiet. Because we were children, but he wasn't supposed to be saying it to us.
Oh, he paid you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not paying him for him to tell me that shit. I don't give a fuck. I assume that when I met him.
Oh my God.
But here was the thing, though. I never even got to this, dude, was that, so my sister one time, we lived together for a while, right? And this was probably about 8 years ago. They had this other dancer that worked with her, came over to our place, right? Stole our vacuum, right? She was on these Klonopins and everything, and then she got all fucking, warm under the skin one night on them pills and fucking stole our vacuum,
Oh my God.
Dude, as you do.
I wasn't there when she stole it, but literally I could picture her probably trying to put it in her purse, like the stick end in the purse and the fucking huge vacuum hanging out, right? Dude, fast forward year and a half, right? I'm not even living with my sister anymore. I'm in New Orleans for a bachelorette party or somewhere, or Baton Rouge somewhere, or a bachelor party. They got a big money deal, right? They wheel in one of those cakes where the women pop out, like the fake cake, and they pop out and they dance, right? One of the chicks that pops out is the bitch that stole my vacuum, bro. Right? So everybody else, I have no idea. I totally forgot about this. Oh, everybody else is tipping these bitches and shaking both of their ass cheeks at the same time, with each hand, like they're, like doing a really fast.
Vote for me.
Yeah, like vote for me with both hands.
Yeah, vote for me.
And here I am in the background, and all I can think is that bitch stole my vacuum, dude. Bro, I had half of a nerve to just the whole time just make vacuum sounds in the back, just like. I was so pissed, bro.
What'd she do when she saw you?
Huh?
What did she do when
She acted like she didn't know, and that's the thing I don't like about people, I guess, that steal vacuums is when they see you, they act like you don't remember. Like, I'm not gonna remember you stole a vacuum from. I wasn't on Klonopins. I wasn't on Somas.
How do you get away with a vacuum? Like, doesn't someone, if I was in an apartment building and I saw someone who was on like Klonopins with a vacuum just running down the stairs, bless you.
Well, it's half of America. It's half of the neighborhood around here probably is on Klonopins.
What can they give you a vacuum? I mean, if you came over my house with a vacuum, what can I give you? The small 15?
I was gonna say at least 30.
That's like I don't know. What if it goes kaput after they go down a block? I'm no vacuum mechanic, but I know there's a little fuck in there, and when you hit something up, the belt breaks. Like I used to have a Kirby vacuum, and they come with a package as a belt. I couldn't do it. Whenever the vacuum broke, my mom had to take it off and put the vacuum on.
Yeah,
and you got to be like a ignition. You got to unplug it, or the vacuum will suck your fingers in. so nice to you.
What kind of
got a great vacuum?
Kind of Cuban can't fix a vacuum? That's what I want.
My mom.
All right, guys, this is part 2. If you guys want part 3, you're going to write part 3 in the comments so we can do that, all right? If you got any other suggestions on what I should react to, drop them in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here.